Tiny Thor is a 2D action platformer where you play as Thor. It's your birthday and Odin has gifted you the almighty hammer, Mjolnir. You become distracted trying to help those in need and must undertake a larger journey than you initially realize. You'll play through over 30 levels you select on an overworld map. In each level, you deal with various enemies, avoid hazards, and gather red and blue gems as you move toward the goal. Blue gems are used at shops to purchase upgrades. Red gems unlock challenge levels that test your mastery of Thor's abilities. Red gems and some blue gems are often found in well-hidden locations. You start with the basics of running and jumping, and as you defeat bosses, you obtain runes that unlock more abilities. Press a button to throw your hammer. If Mjolnir comes in contact with an enemy or a wall, it keeps bouncing until it hits you, or you call it back by pressing the button again. For more accuracy, you can stand in place and aim your throw. The hammer also bounces off the edge of the screen, which is something you must keep in mind to solve many puzzles. Thor can only get hit once, but you'll find heart blocks that let you take an extra hit. When you have a heart and take damage, your heart bounces out of you and starts counting down until you retrieve it or the timer reaches 0. When you die, you respawn at the nearest checkpoint. Checkpoints are abundant, so you can return to the action with little downtime. The challenge levels are optional, but can be extremely difficult as there are no checkpoints in these levels. Here are 5 bright spots that could lead to your enjoyment of the game. The bosses are varied, a fun test of your abilities, and just the right length. Each boss has a gimmick with set patterns to learn, and 3 phases of increasing difficulty. The ricochet feels great, and the levels are designed to provide several rewarding moments for finding good lines to bounce your hammer in just the right way. The movement is smooth and responsive. It feels great to wall jump around, slide down huge slopes, and dash through narrow corridors. The game sets up checkpoints right before frustrating parts of the level, often with a heart box nearby. It helps keep you pushing forward through these difficult sections. Gems are also retained when you die, so you don't have to retrace out of the way areas when you respawn. The game doesn't explicitly teach you everything, but often forces you to learn new ways your abilities can interact with enemies or the environment, making you feel clever when discovering them for the first time. Here are a few barriers that might prevent you from enjoying the game. Even with the main story levels, there are platforming sections with extremely narrow timing windows that stretch the distance that Thor can cover to its absolute limit, making you feel like you must execute everything perfectly to get past a section. Many levels require you to use the hammer to move objects or trigger switches. These sections can get pretty frustrating when you're also under the pressure of a timer. Bees, penguins, jumping creatures, enemies can be difficult to get past while you're trying to focus on everything else happening around you. Overall, if you're okay with a lot of trial and error to get past levels, you'll find a lot of enjoyment from Tiny Thor. The game never feels completely unfair and is rewarding when you finally get past those moments that hold you up. You can expect to take about 8 hours to get past the main story levels, and several hours past that if you want to find all the collectibles and finish the challenge levels. Tiny Thor is available on PC and coming to Switch later this year. Thanks for watching, and let me know if this game worked out for you.